I'll start with you, Yogendra Yadav. I'm sure you were quite startled to find yourself being named as somebody in the charge sheet. The police has since clarified that you are not an accused, but you have been named along with others in the disclosure statements of 3 young women of the Pinjra Tod Women's Collective. Do you know the women concerned, and were you startled that you were named by them?
Barkha, I wouldn't wish to say very much about my own case, simply because it was a minor warning to what actually happened then in the case of Umar. 2, because I shouldn't be speaking too much about myself. I think I should only mention a few things. Number 1 is that this is what is called a disclosure statement.
Yeah.
A disclosure statement is not a statement made by someone who is signed and authorized.
Yes.
This is police's own version of what they have heard from an accused. Importantly, the accused are reported to have refused to sign it. So the question we should be asking is not why they named me. The question is, why did Delhi police name me? That's an interesting question one should ask. Do I know Gulfisha? I may have met her. No, I don't personally know her. I personally know Natasha, but I don't figure in that statement. So that's the factual part of it. But I think we should be focusing on Umar Khalid, which is the real case.
So before I ask you to comment on Umar Khalid, you did find the mention as attributed to Gulfisha Fatima about you a warning to you? Did you see it as a warning to you? Did you see it as a warning shot?
Well, it's funny. It's funny partly because what does that statement say? It says that people like me used to come and give inflammatory speeches. Now, my real plea to Delhi police is, why do you have to trouble a Gulfisha to find out what I was saying in my speeches? They have been recorded. I believe Delhi police has all the recordings. And in case they are missing any recording, they are all there on my Facebook because every one of those speeches was live. Why doesn't Delhi police do elementary homework and pick up at least 2 sentences from my speech and say, here is Mr. Yadav advocating violence? Would be lovely to watch, wouldn't that be? Why don't they do that? It so happens that Selampur and Jafrabad, which is being talked about in this particular case, it so happened that on 24th of February, just when the situation was very tense and we thought it could lead to violence, I actually visited that place to dissuade women. And when they were not convinced, I took to mic and actually gave a 15-20-minute speech saying, I'm with you, but this method is wrong. Please come off the street. Let's not block the road. All this is on Facebook Live. So what is Delhi police searching for? I'm surprised.
Okay, I do want Rajat to respond, but I know you want the larger conversation to be about the Umar Khalid arrest. So I'll let you come in on that and then Rajat can respond to all the different points you've made, Yogendra Yadav. Please go ahead. On the Umar Khalid arrest, Yogendra.
Yeah, Umar Khalid arrest, to my mind, that is the real thing because he's been arrested, not just named, and he's being arrested under UAPA. Now, look at just this elementary things. Remember, Umar Khalid is under police protection since 2018. A policeman walks with him wherever he goes. No one can meet him without the police getting to know about it. And I'm assuming that he's under electronic surveillance as well. So is the Delhi police telling me that someone who was under their protection and electronic surveillance managed to hatch a grand conspiracy which led to the killing of 50 people? Delhi police did not know about it, could not control it. I mean, do you want me to be that credulous? Number 2, why is it that you need to invoke UAPA, which is the final law to protect the unity, integrity, sovereignty of this country?
Yeah.
Is it because you suspect, I fear that Delhi police suspects that the case would not stand any trial because there is really no evidence that they have so far. But UAPA becomes very interesting because then you transfer the onus and the trial itself becomes a full punishment. This is what Delhi police is into.